right, let's see. Okay, we are live. Let's see what kind of a day we're having. Get this out on Twitter real fast. Clipboard. Kisses for my gorgeous queen. Hey, no problem, Cassie. You know, it's middle of the day. People are out on lunch, you know, just trying to relax or just getting back to work, depending upon what you do. It's I appreciate you coming by, hitting the thumbs up. Well, hello, So Lost. Hey, Paul, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so Paul, I caught like two, I think it was two of your lives this weekend. Jumped in, was cool, hung out for, you know, they weren't long, they were nice and quick and everything. I enjoyed them. Jumped in, you know, slapped the like button and helped the channel out. And of course, you know, last Friday hanging out on Kalani's stream on Twitch when he was playing Battlefield. That was cool. So how was your weekend? Did you have to go out and do snow removal this weekend? Oh, my gorgeous queen in chat today. Hey, Paul, we are one community. We're one community, and I don't care, you know, what kind of, you know, what your content is. You know, you do the lawn care, you've done the crypto, you helped me out with the crypto portion. I mean, that's huge. And, you know, Kalani, his, you know, he's just a gamer. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, you know, popping in, supporting them. It doesn't matter what people are doing, you know, support their passions. You know, Cassie, who was first in chat today, she has her own online business. You know, get out, support apes, support, you know, small channels, small businesses, support the community. Hey, Assidious, how's it going, man? Bucky Barnes, Simon, how's it going, man? So, who else is loving their P&L today? This is killer. This is what I was setting up for last week. For those who were in the stream last week, I set up a bracket. I was using calls on the high side, puts up to protect myself on the low side. Man, I dumped those puts so fast this morning because I saw the run up forming. And I was like, no, those puts are not a position I want to be in. These numbers are irrelevant because I exited every single one of my positions that I had open and ended up nailing a 20% profit. You know, yeah, had I held out, I could have hit it out of the park like a lot of other people did. No plowable snow. Oh, okay. You know, I could have hit it out of the park like a lot of other people did, but the thing is, you know, I'm just learning the strategy, and it's better. I've stated it before. No one has ever lost money taking profits, and I stand by that. And I will always, you know, if I look at it and say, well, if it reverts, I'm going to be screwed. Well, I'm going to pull out that point. If I'm worried that you know the share price is going to turn around and run down on me, and it's time to get out, I'll get out of it. I'll take my profit and I'll wait for the next trade. Now I currently am. I did re-enter actually. Assidious, looks like hedgies are bleeding from, yep. Going to be a massacre tomorrow when they go to buy shares for Friday's calls. What are your thoughts? I definitely, I think this week we're going to see delta and gamma hedging. That's, this, I don't want to be one of those people, but I think it may be kicking off this week. If not, it's a precursor. And some of the hedgies are going to be looking to get out of this because they're realizing that everything they've done, everything they did since November, we'll jump out. Let's give it on the 4 hour. We'll look at it on the 4 hour. They beat us down since November. They beat us down unmercifully. We got a little bit of a, where are we at here? Okay. Let me see how far out we can get here. So yeah, you see where we're coming down. This is still in December here. So we did have a little bit of a December rally. And they continue to push us down further. We caught a couple bounces. We had a run up, a pullback, a run up, another huge pullback. They kept trying and trying. And it is, what day is that? That is Pi Day. On 3/14, we turned around and said, okay, that's enough. And since then, strong run up, huge kick their teeth in, a little bit of a pullback, fought back, came back down a bit, and now we're starting to run again. And we're ripping on astronomical levels right now. So yeah, it's in this instance, I am increasing my risk. I'm increasing the amount of risk that I will expose myself to, just because cost to borrow is coming up. We are getting, we're getting huge daily upward runs. That's going to continue to increase cost to borrow. The options contracts, the options are just insane right now. We'll jump over and check the option chain right now. We want the call side of the house. These are just the ones ending this week. So yeah, we got a little bit of excitement, but so the 20 level, over 16,000. 25, almost 11,000. So again, $5 increments. These are your key psychological levels. They're also starting to stack. We got it on the 22. We have not got it on the 24, but I think the problem we're not getting them on the 24 is we're running up so fast that people are jumping right to the 5s and the 30s. If we go up to the 30, we're almost up to 12,000 contracts there. Now, the interesting thing is, remember, always want to give yourself enough time to be right. So the entry that I got was actually for the April 14th, 17 days out. I've got time to be right on these. I'm not going to get burned too bad by theta. I hit the key psychological level of 30. My theta is $12 a day currently. So losing $12 a day, I can afford to hold these for a day or two as long as we continue to see upward motion. I might be looking at exiting these tomorrow, but we're already up. These are monthlies. These are still 3 weeks out, and we're nearing 13.5 on the contracts. If you look, let's go down. We've got another 18.5 in at the 20 level. Granted, the 25s, for some reason, they are not getting the kind of attention. I'm sure these will build out, especially people who are playing the 1348 that are giving themselves 2 to 3 weeks to be right. They'll start buying these because they are at the money right now. These are, pretty much either of these contracts. Well, no, these would be closest at the money because there is no 50-cent increment built out. So people in the coming 2-3 days will probably start gravitating towards these 25s unless we see continued upward movement. If we see continued upward movement, well, they'll be right here with me and short the VIX. We're riding those $30 calls. All right, let's see. Got a couple chats here. Fighting multiple battles. Yeah, they're fighting multiple battles. They are just getting hit from every single direction right now. I was wanting to be here for the live chat, but got to get myself to the hospital. Hey, yeah, Pug, definitely, Pug, go get yourself taken care of, man. Seizures are not a good thing. Hope you're doing better, man. If you're still listening to the chat, but yeah, get in there, get better. We'll catch you later, man. Just hope you feel better, man. 2 hours in the day, they already had started direct over 50% of the volume to directing 50% over the dark pool. Now, see, a lot of people will immediately say, dark pool is evil. No, the thing is, dark pools are probably being used because people are getting larger orders out there. And let's jump over, start checking some of the volume here. Dark pools do not always mean manipulation. It may mean that somebody's coming in with a 5,000 share order, 10,000 share, 20,000 share. They may be getting those shares out of dark pool because they're larger and they don't want people. If you put in an order for 50,000 shares at what's the price at right now? You put in an order for 50,000 shares at $26, and everybody can see that because you put it out on a lit market. Everybody's going to undercut you. They know the price is going to run, so everybody in the world's going to start doing small orders. High frequency traders are going to step in. They're going to keep rocking everything up until 25.90, 25.80. They're going to keep front running you and not letting your huge order get filled. So just because it's getting routed to the dark pool, that just may mean they're larger orders, and the market makers, the people filling your orders have an obligation to get you the best price. If it is an order that cannot be filled at a regular volume, they owe it to you to move that order to the dark pool in order to get you filled at the best price, because they know that high frequency traders can undercut you and front run you. So that could be, I know there's manipulation. I know that they're shunting orders to the dark pool that don't need to go there. I know they're doing it. But they also may be, they may be trying to fill large orders. And remember, just because people say that orders complete on the dark pool do not affect the volume. Yes, they do. They do not affect until they are filled, though. So you have an order in for 10,000 shares. Okay, well, you get 5,000. You get another 2,000. Get another 2,000. None of that's reflected. You get that final 1,000 shares. You fill that 10,000 share order. That is when the ticker's fired off. That is when it's reflected on the volume. It's a way for them to protect people who want larger orders. Now, if they're sending orders for 50 shares, 60 shares, 50 shares, if they're sending those to the dark pool, that is dark pool manipulation. But the large orders, and there should be a limit to, they should have it to where, no orders under 5,000 shares go to the dark. There should be steps in place to protect regular retail investors against manipulation like that. Dark pools would not be evil. If you and me had 50 million between us, we could rattle the price. But see, here's the thing, Assidious. If we did have 50 million between us and we decided to do that, if we put in an order for all of it, it would be routed to the dark pool because it's that large volume. It would not be able to be filled on the open market. They would not be able to get us best price. So yeah, they wouldn't be evil if they stop sending the small orders there, the orders that don't need to be filled on dark pools, because a lot of that volume is coming from small orders, odd lot shares and whatnot. But then you get the larger orders. Those have to be kicked over because there's no way to accurately get them filled. So over the market, yeah, that's So yeah, for those, I think it was Friday. I think it was both Thursday and Friday. We were talking about the Wolf of Wall Street, and I looked at my TiVo. I actually had recorded it a few weeks back, so I gave it a look, and I don't know how many of y'all have actually watched the Wolf of Wall Street, but I had to pause the movie at the end and pull up the we already won, just waiting for them to raise check. Exactly, Assidious. We have already beat them. There's no way. Whoa. Did my chart just get wonky? Yes, it did. I think I clicked on something wrong. Come on. Let me grab the bottom of the screen here. No! Give me a second, guys. Technical difficulties. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I got it. Got it now. It should be fit. Okay, it's fitting in there now. So yeah, At the very end of The Wolf of Wall Street, I don't know how many of y'all have seen this. I had to pull up Internet Movie Database because I swear, and I was right. In the final scene where he's given the presentation of "Sell Me This Pin," the guy who introduced him at the end of the movie, that was Jordan. He actually cameoed in the movie. If you go back and watch it, the guy who introduced him during the seminar at the end, that was actually Jordan. He was actually in the movie. And I saw it. I'm like, wait a minute. I pulled up Internet Movie Database. I'm like, oh my God, that was him. So yeah, I thought that was like really, really cool. He was part of the movie at the very end. I thought that was good. But I've warned, that's why I say, I avoid, people are talking about penny stocks and over the counter. I avoid those just because, it's the Wild West over there. The gains you can make pumping and dumping penny stocks are huge, but for regular investors, the risk out there is just so insane. The regulations are, almost non-existent. So we are seeing a bit of a run up here. I want to jump over real quick. Check the 30s. Okay, I'm still a little bit down on my calls on the 30. Still a little bit down, but I'm holding these longer. I'm waiting. These are a swing. I'm going to wait, see if we get another run up tomorrow. See if I get a little bit of volatility pushing from behind, and just a little bit of tail end volatility. Get another run up like we did this morning, and those things are going to print huge. Any Russian no Russian securities prior to sanctions. No, I tend to. I don't do forex. I avoid forex. I avoid the commodities market. I avoid futures. I don't play with warrants, and I stay off most of the international trade exchange. I don't do any of those. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much everything I have is either crypto, NASDAQ, or New York Stock Exchange, the regular exchange. ADRs. I do not know what ADRs are, so chances are, is that a ticker or... I thought the movie told the story quite well. The problem is... I'm not a Jonah Hill fan, and him being in there, I was already. But as far as explaining the stock market plumbing and explaining, the pink sheets of penny stocks, the over the counter, explaining all of that, they did a really, really good job of that. From a market trader standpoint, it was a good movie. The wild partying and all that, I could have done without that. I don't have to have action, excitement, anything like that in a movie. I'll sit there, give me a good story any day. Give me a boring story that is well told. I'll enjoy the movie. I don't need action. I don't need, I don't need any of that. I can, y'all want a good movie? Go watch Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Go watch Good Night and Good Luck. Go watch Inherit the Wind. Go watch these classic movies where you had to be able to tell a story and not fluff it up. I did think the movie dragged on. 3-hour movie. It could have been shorter. Hey, Riptide, how's it going, man? What is up, Riptide? Oh, God. Yeah, Riptide, I got the alert this morning on the 1348 crossover downside puts on Ford. Yeah, dude, yeah, there's I did not. I did not enter these because I knew you had Ford calls, and dude, I couldn't do it. I could not enter, knowing that you had calls. I could not enter puts in there in good conscience, even with the alert on it. I couldn't do it, and I got the alert. It came in on this candle right here on the 5 minute. So it came in at, I think it came in as it was approaching, or it might have even been when it was somewhere in this zone that it came through. April 29th is ways off. You'll be good. Yeah, that's I don't know if you're in on 1438. I would act. God, this is verging on that thing we don't do. So my position on AMC, on those options that I'm sitting on right now, for the 14th of April, which are currently, I am down $10 per contract. Hey, Pika Power Toad. Oh, Ugandan Toad, how's it going, man? It took me a second there to figure. I was like, wait a minute, but I recognized your picture. I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's Ugandan Toad. How's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. So yeah, I'm actually looking, if we see a pullback on AMC, I'm still bullish on this position. These are April 14th. I've got 3 weeks on these. So I would actually be looking, if these pulled back and I saw another 1348 cross to the upside coming on AMC on the long term, I'm talking like on maybe the 4 hour, if I saw it approaching for another good 4 hour run, I've got a little bit of dry powder set aside to actually to shore up the position, to add some more shares to it, or not more shares, to add another pair of calls to it, just to average down and wait for it to run back up. So I'm waiting. You could do that on Ford. Of course, we don't do NFA. We don't offer financial advice. But if it's possible, if you see a good way to increase your position and get that trade to turn around and make more money, it's risky, but that's when I got in on these. On my calls for AMC, I entered 25%, and then 25%, and then 50%. So, I scaled into it just to make sure it was still moving in the same direction. It did turn back around on me. It happens. But it was still running. It turned around, came back, was debating, executing. I didn't have a stop loss. I'm 1340. I'm going to trust the technicals. I was going to set to exit. I wanted to see how it was going to hold up here, if we were going to get the turnaround. And when I saw the cross hit, I'm like, okay, I can stay in these. I did. I averaged down with my 1650 calls. Okay, yeah, that's yeah, we're all doing pretty good, Toad. If you want to send some good energy Pugnacious's way, he's on his way. Having, I believe he said, having seizures, so he needed to get to a hospital. So if you can send positivity out to Pugnacious, let's send all kinds of goodness to him and get him better soon. But yeah, so those initial calls from last week. Thursday, I did a rapid turnaround. Did some buzzer beaters in Power Hour. Got 10% on those. Friday, went ahead and got the put and call spread that we discussed, in after hours on Friday. I got those on Friday. Closed those out this morning. Ended up closing out that 20% up. And I'm in the new position that I've been, I scaled into. It's, I'm not doing that bad right now on them, considering the pullback that the stock has taken, and I'm not down too much. I'm down an acceptable level, and I'll wait and see. I kind of want to see. I'm going to start comparing I want to go back and look on the 1348. I want to look at the off hours, the aftermarket and pre-market. Look and see how those are running. See if I can see if there's some kind of pattern that I can spot in the off-market hours, and see if that can give me a little bit of an edge towards option trading when the market opens. Oh no, hey Toad, all the regulars, all of our regular peeps, get the wrenches. If you look up, you'll see a lot of glorious blue names in here. As long as people aren't like trolls and shills and all other forms of badness. Sold Highcroft Mining at a nice profit today, though. Bought daughter's account some Disney shares. Yeah, Disney. Let's pull up Disney. We can have a look at them. I thought Disney had a recent pullback. Oh, yeah. If you're buying shares for your daughter's account, yeah. Though, if you bought those today, let's jump out on the 4 hour. Still trending downward. Trending downward. The 13 might be ducking below the 48. Stachi's pulling back also. Yeah, bought the dip. Is this a blue chip stock? So you got the blue chip with the dip? Room to go 123. You think on the downside 123? I don't know if we'll get back down to 123. Let's how far out can we? $123 if we'll see we're below the 200. This right here, gradual down on the 200. I don't know if we're in the level out phase or if we're coming up to another roller coaster. Hey, Outdoor Smile, how's it going? Pika, how's it going? Bargain price, she'll thank you when she's 20. Yeah, that's part of long-term investing. You know, let me. I want to check on something here for you. I don't know if we've looked this up before. NASDAQ. There we go. NASDAQ. So Disney looks like they do a biannual dividend, and it has been going up. Looks like they. Oh, that's why. Yep, dividend went down. What? No, that's back in 2015. They might have done a stock split 7 years ago, but yeah, they've been increasing their dividend ever since the summer of 2015. So yeah, their dividend is currently 88 cents per share, paid out biannually. To 128. On the 3-year gap fill down, let's God, that's just brutal. Even looking on the daily, where it was March. Let's see if I missed anything here. Bought Disney, more Ford. Yep, bought the dip. Room to go to 123, I think. Bargain prices on the yearly. Do I have access to the yearly? But the important thing, on the yearly, it is in a little bit of a pullback. Let's narrow this up. Yeah, hopefully it moves back up. Disney, luckily, yeah, it's a long hold, and that's that is the benefit. I think it's still got room to move on the downside right now. It is in a downward trend. We're looking on the daily here. The 13 has started to flatten out. The 13 flattening out is good for you here. On the 4 hour, it might actually, it's possible it could be setting up to start with some upward movement. You're getting down, what, 29.6. If it bounces off the 20, this could make a nice recovery and start an upward trend. You did get, you got it matching right there. Serious push down, and turned around, rode it back up. Of course, Disney riding it like a roller coaster. Right here, riding it like a roller coaster. Yeah, you may be on an upward trend right now. So hopefully this dip doesn't last too long and it can break out of the downtrend it's been in. If it does, you'll be sitting pretty. Today, though, definitely good to buy the dip. Hopefully it's done with downward movement. Oh, AMC getting a little, waking up a bit here. We're still riding that 13 upward. As long as we can keep dragging the 13 upward, we're going to be sitting pretty here. Popping over, checking mine, closing up a little bit closer to break even. I think the real sign is going to be tomorrow or Wednesday. If we can hold this upward trend, if we get another run tomorrow morning like we did today, it's gonna be killer. That's gonna. What else is going on? PROG, I believe, has earnings today. Is it 28th today? Yeah, PROG's supposed to have their earnings today. We closed 25% up on the day. I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, that's yeah, PROG had a pretty drastic push down in the morning, but they're starting to wake back up again. Should I get out of AMC at 29 break even or wait for the next run? Are you referring to options, Outdoor Smile, or are you talking about your shares? Because things are just starting to get spicy when it comes to AMC. What I want to know is how many of the, 890, 900,000 borrowed shares, how many of those did they burn on this little attempt right here. I don't think that was, if that was a regular market cool off. Now, granted, it could have been day traders stepping out of their positions, but I definitely think some of this was 6 million volume. 6 million volume. Wait, hang on. There's only about 3,000 difference between these two candles. I'm wondering how much of that was manufactured by hedgies trying to push it back down, trying to stop it from getting out of control. They know they've lost. I don't know why they're not covering. I wouldn't. Me personally, I would not be exiting at that kind of. Now, granted, if you've gone on long enough and that's your break even, and you're looking to step out at your break even, don't let anyone tell you not that you can't sell your shares. They're your shares. You can sell those. You can exit your position whenever you like. If you're not comfortable with it, you can exit, and that's your choice. That's part of what this is about. They tell us, we're dumb money. They tell us, oh, you should be investing like this. Well, no, it's our money. We invest it the way we want to. So yeah, if you decide that this trade isn't for you anymore and you want to step out of it, if that's your break even, and you're saying, I just want to break even, I don't want to do this anymore, then yeah, you could do that. That is your choice. Now, see, here's the thing. I know that if I went out and I sold all of my shares right now, or if I hit break even and I sold all my shares and got out of the position, I guarantee you 5 minutes later we'd be up over $1,000 a share, and I would have missed it. So that, because the market's personally out to get me. Remember, every person, you're going to hit the point where you think the market is out to get you. Need some liquidity right now. Well, a lot of it does come down to how much liquidity you actually need. Now here, this is an option, play on words, option that is available to you. Now, not going to ask position size or anything like that, but if you need liquidity, depending upon what you need, you can always go and look. 29 is your break even. Right now, broke 26 again. Nice. Right now, if you needed liquidity but didn't want to sell your shares and you're not sure where it's going to run to, if you're debating getting out at 29, that was Outdoor Smile. Yeah, if you're debating getting out at 29, where your break even is, you could actually, for this week, put in covered calls for $30. If it runs above 30. Now here's the thing: if it molasses and you have your shares locked up, you're only getting $30 a share. If it does not make 30, if it does not hold, make or hold 30 by the end of the week, you would collect the premium and still have your shares. If you're looking for an out, you could use the option chain, you could use covered calls to get yourself a little bit of money on the way out. If you're serious about exiting the position, why not look at it and say, well, 29 would be nice, but if I get 30, 30 is a nice round number. I can go ahead and essentially, if you sold covered calls at 30 and we're saying I'm getting out of this position, pretty much at where it's sitting right now, you would actually get 31 a share. So just if you're looking to exit, if the trade's too, if you don't want to stick with it anymore, which is your decision, and you want it out, then that's a way you could get out and make a little bit of extra money getting out. And the thing is, if it doesn't hit 29, if it doesn't hit 30 and close, and you still have your shares next week, well, you can sell your shares next week, or you can enter a covered call again. You could use a covered call as your exit strategy if you're tired of the trade. You could totally do that, and that's your choice. End of week, I would love AMC to be up. The higher AMC can be at the end of the week, well, the higher end AMC can get to by the time I close out my calls. I'm here until they cover. Let's see. And the great thing is, Outdoor, you don't, depending upon your position size, you wouldn't have to do all of it, but you could certainly enter in for a portion of it just if you need to generate capital, if you need, if you need money. And the thing is, if you sell the covered calls, a premium you collect right now. You get the premium right now. If the shares don't sell, you still have the shares. And you can keep doing that. And you, like I said, you don't, if you can figure, what percentage of your position that you would need to play with in order to get what you need and still hold the rest of your position, that could be, that could be an acceptable win-win. Of course, the MOAS would be the perfect win, but you can use that to your advantage if you just need to generate a little bit of capital. Oh, how am I looking here? Up almost 12%. Okay, I gotta get back to the chart, guys. Okay, going a little bit of pullback right here. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, pull my lawnmower deck. Yeah, Toad, I saw. I heard during Clay's live stream that you fixed that lawnmower up. AMC at 29 by the end of the week. Yeah, AMC 29. I'll be green on my position also. Yeah. Paul, I would have to sell some shares to fund that. Sheet metal and pop rivets. Covered calls are a nice way to exit a position with extra profit. I don't think I'll ever... Yeah, that's... The only time you can't do that is when you have an odd lot. If you don't have the 100 shares of something. But yeah, if you have 100 shares and you're looking to exit a position, a covered call is a perfect way to exit. And if you're planning on selling it anyway, just keep rolling those covered calls until you finally get them sold. And every week you're making, if it's a stock with weekly options, every week you're making more money. Let's see. Where? And what's funny, if it's a position that you're, if it's a position that you're able to run the wheel on as well, that's the wheel's a good way to chip away and to slowly build up capital. You're not going to generate huge amounts of money fast playing the wheel, but you have the potential to get consistent money on the weekly. Oh, a little bit of pullback on AMC. Granted, we are getting we're in the overbought range. It is dipping down just a bit. I'm gonna have to follow you on the forward wheel in my long account. Yeah, now I did. I've actually. I've had to slow down on the wheel just a bit to get the 1348 going. I'm looking to get back into the wheel as quickly as possible. But I wanted to try this 1348 out just to see, to see how far I could run with it, see how good it goes. AMC taking off in the last 2 hours today, guaranteed. Yeah, I hope it takes off today. Toad, it is possible. It's possible that this week could be kicking it off. Just with how much of a run up we saw earlier, and depending upon how the options chain go and how many contracts start going in the money. Honestly, I don't know why they're not covering. They had the perfect chance to start covering down at 13. They still think that the stock wasn't worth that much. So yeah, I can understand that. But once I saw us starting to make a recovery and starting to make an upward trend, I don't know why they didn't exit their position. All they're doing is increasing their risk, and cost to borrow is going to start ramping up on them. Dip on PROG for earnings. Kind of hope so. Wanted to pick up some more. Yeah, PROG could be, as it shows, it does have earnings today, and it could just be people, looking to step out. People who are a little bit more conservative might be stepping out of their positions. Still at just under $1.60 a share. Looking like it might be going into a little bit of a pullback right now, or it's in the process of. The question is, if it gets all the way down to bottom, does it hit and run, or does it bounce off? That's what you're looking at right now. The 3 minute, let's see if it looks any different. 3 minute, it's already below. So yeah, I don't know if it might start to recover, might start to move up. The 13 is already above the 48. If it starts to diverge and run upward on the 13, it'll drag the 48 with. The question is, what does it do when it gets to the 200? And 200 is 5 cents away only. It's you're not going to see huge movements there. Your neighbor bought at 85. Well, that's definitely they're definitely doing good on GameStop. Oh yeah, AMC is going to continue the run. I have no doubt. That's why I got a new set of calls. I figured we're running back up, so this is this was them fighting to break momentum. Day traders, shorters. They stepped in. They just, got a little bit of a pullback going on right now. Trying to get us back. Trying to let RSI's cooling off right now. I don't actually have the RSI up here anymore. Indicator. Let's throw that RSI back in at the bottom. Yeah, if you look, we are still hovering. Where's 50% at? RSI, we've pretty much been above 50% all day. All day. So yeah, we are just AMC's probably going to keep up bullish momentum all through the day. They had their little bit of a pullback, and with that, I think we're just going to keep going. The real thing will be what kind of momentum do we have going into Power Hour. Now, let's pop over to crypto real fast. Look at all those glorious gains in crypto. Bitcoin. Oh, we're on the 4 hour here. Why? I thought I told. I don't know why why crypto dumped. I had it set up with. I had 1348 set up on crypto also just to have a look. But. Ooh. And we are getting to be about that time right now. I just happen to look down and see that. Saw that it is time to wrap it up. So we'll go back over to AMC. Man, time flies when you're loving the market. So I want to thank everybody who stopped by today. So Lost, Cassie, Paul, Assidious, Bucky Barnes, also known as 1111 Mr. Simon, Assidious, Paul, Riptide, Toad, Pika, Outdoor Smile. Who else? Do we have anybody else here? Johnstontown, thanks for stopping by. Thank you everyone who stopping by, spending part of the midday here, spending a little bit of time for lunch. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's we're all here to make money. Let's keep making this money. Let's keep seeing that P&L climb. And I will catch all y'all later on this afternoon. Or y'all be listening in on Clay Bros. Yeah, everyone just keep crushing it out there. If you're playing 1348, hope it works out for you. I'm still learning it, but we're gonna get it. I'm gonna get this figured out, and we're all gonna make tons of money together. And eventually, they will cover their short positions. But I want to thank everyone who came by. And so from me to you, I wish you good health and good trades. Oh, and Pugnacious. Pugnacious was in. Send positive energy to Pugnacious. He's not feeling too good right now. Just good energy, thoughts and prayers, healing energy. And I will catch y'all next time.